Today I'm doing a Christmas gift manicure. So this is week 2 of the 4 weeks of Christmas manis. This is the exemplar of what I'm going to be doing. And over here I have my swatches where I tested out different color combinations. The base colors are all going to be this those are the base colors that I'm going to be using, but the stripes are the different striping polishes to see which one stood out the best. And then as you can see with the silver one, I tried a stamp on it to see how it would look as like a Christmas wrapping paper motif, but I didn't really care for that too much. So the colors that I'm using are OPI, Don't You Just Love OPI, which is a beautiful shimmery purple, and that's being paired with a silver striper. And then I have OPI Pompeii Purple, which is a really cute kind of pinkish purpley shimmer being paired with a shimmery green stripe. The next one is OPI, my signature is DC, with a shimmery blue striper. Then I have Broadway Bowling Ball, kind of an odd name for a color, paired with a light purple shimmery stripe. And then the last one is Essie Naughty Nautical, paired with a shimmery pink striper. And then of course everything's going to be topped by Seche Vite, but on top of the Seche Vite I'm going to be putting a matte top coat. And the rhinestones I'm using are from this wheel, just large colored rhinestones. I'm going to use all the same colors as my 5 base colors, but they're not going to be paired up with their bases, if that makes any sense. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Starting with, I want to start with the purple. So we're starting with Don't You Just Love OPI. I already have my base coat on. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my color, hopefully avoiding making a huge mess in the process. And I'm going to move on to the next one. So I'm going to do Bowling Ball, or Broadway, for the next nail. And I know my nails are a little stained. That's what happens when you wear polish all the time. And nobody's going to see my stained nails. They're just going to see the pretty colors. So I am not worried about it whatsoever. Now a couple of these are going to take probably 3, maybe 4 coats in order to get nice opacity, but doing thin coats will keep it from getting too thick and chunky. And then the center, or the middle nail, is my signature is DC. Which is a really lovely silver. The only thing I hate about this silver is taking it off. Then we've got Pompeii Purple next. I know my nails are little different lengths. I just had a couple of them crack and chip, and I haven't felt like filing down the longer ones yet. And every layer gets capped. And then of course, now we have Essie as the last color. And this is probably one of the least intricate designs that I've done all year. And it's a good thing to go back to simple, easy to do every once in a while. Gives your brain a break from trying to come up with extravagant designs. So now we're going in for the second coat. And then this one is pretty much a two-coater. As you can see, nice opacity on it. And I'm saving my cleanup for the very end so that I can clean up any mess or mistakes I make with the striping polishes too. I'm thinking I'm probably going to need another coat of the blue. I don't know how I got a bump in my nail on this one, but it shouldn't be too visible later on. So that one's done. Now we're doing Pompeii purple. And that's got a nice opacity to it. Focus. There we go. I believe the Essie one might need a third coat. I love it when I get a beautiful layer down for the first layer and then come back for the second and mess it up. No, it looks like the blue is the only one that I need to add a third coat on. One of the downsides of capping with a shimmer polish is sometimes you can see where the brush strokes are. So now that I've got my base colors down, I'm going to add my ribbons. So purple, I'm going with my silver striping brush. Now I don't wipe my striping brushes to the side, I swirl them. It keeps the brushes nice and short, or nice and clumped up together, so they're not all over the place, as well as reduces any extra that you've got. So I've got a nice solid line down the center. And now I'm going to actually roll my nail instead of drawing the brush across. I'm trying to get this part on camera and it's a little bit difficult. And now to give it the ribbon look, all I'm going to do is draw a couple of loops. A little bit more polish on that one. And then draw the bottom of the ribbons out. So I'm going to do that with the rest of my nails, and then I'll meet you back. Okay, now I get the color and the bows on all my fingers. So now I'm going to do the rhinestones. As you can see, I've got the same colors or similar colors laid out on the rhinestones, but I'm going to be doing alternating colors as far as which rhinestone goes on which color combination. So starting with my thumb, I'm going to put a little drop right there. Put my first layer of top coat on it. And I'll grab my dotting tool and pick up the rhinestone and place it. And so next nails. And I'm starting each nail individually just because it's a little bit easier to make sure I get the rhinestone on while the top coat is still tacky. And I don't use a huge glob of top coat in the beginning. Just because I don't need a huge glob of it. And there's going to be 3 layers of top coat on my nails, so I really don't want it to be super thick. And I did test all of the colors out before deciding on them. And these were the ones that I thought looked the best. And so now that I've got all of my rhinestones on, we'll do the second coat of glossy top coat. I'm being a little bit more careful with my strokes on this one, just so that I don't accidentally unseat the rhinestone, because that would suck. I don't like using glue for holding down embellishments like rhinestones and studs, just because it makes it so much harder to take off when it's time to change the manicure, and I prefer to have it fairly easy to take off. And once I finish with this layer of glossy top coat, I will be adding a layer of matte top coat, because I don't want them to be shiny. And silver and other shimmer colors look really nice with a matte top coat. And I do try to go over the rhinestone when I'm putting my top coat on to help make sure it stays in place. I'm able to get about a week to 10 days before the rhinestone starts falling off. That and having the extra polish on top makes it so it doesn't snag on things. So now that I've got all of my glossy top coat done, and why are you out of focus? There we go. Now I'm going to do my matte top coat. I like this one. It's the fastest drying matte top coat I've found yet, and it looks really good. It's got a better matte finish than the top coat that, or the matte top coat that I was using. And I like the fact that I can watch it turn matte within just a couple of seconds. It's really cool. There we go. I try to tuck my fingers out of the way as I finish with them. Helps to prevent smudges. It's almost time to get a second bottle of my matte top coat. And give that a second to mattify, and then I'll show you the final look. So there's the thumb. And the rhinestones are shiny even with the matte top coat. And then there's the rest of the fingers. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching.